So how's a brew? Earl Grey, actually, by the way, because why not? I'm actually currently in Falmouth, which is why there's some weird curtains in behind me. You would be able to see, on a good day, the sea, but, well, I say on a good day, if it was daylight, you'd be able to see the sea, but because it is pitch black outside, you can't. It was only going to be really quick brew time this week, because I only really wanted to mention two things, the Apple event, and what else? Oh, and the thing that happened today, because it's bloody hilarious. So I jumped on the phones today because I'm a support analyst and I do service desk kind of work and first and second line round and about EIT stuff. And the queue went red, which means that someone's been waiting around for like 3 minutes or something stupid. And so I answered the phone and this woman was on the other end. And she said to me that when she clicks on attachments in Outlook Web Access, she gets, they download multiple times. And also what was happening is when she was opening files, they weren't, the download bar at the bottom of Chrome didn't disappear, which is what it's supposed to do. So once you open your files, the download bar is supposed to disappear, and it wasn't doing that. So I thought, okay, that's a bit weird. So I remoted into a machine and saw what she was doing. I was thinking, this is bizarre. Like, it was downloading multiple versions of one file when you clicked on it in Chrome, and I was thinking that was a bit bizarre. And then she was opening all of the things that were visible on the downloads bar, and it wasn't disappearing. I thought, this is a bit bizarre. So I thought, okay, so I remoted into a machine and I actually took control of a machine and I did it and it worked fine. And I was like, well, this is a bit bizarre. I could download, you know, one version of the attachment. I could, you know, the downloads bar would close and all was well. So it transpires that what she was doing was she had a laptop which was docked and an external monitor, and what she was doing is she was using the trackpad on her laptop and she was also double clicking. So she double clicked on the attachment and it downloaded itself twice, so there was that. And also when I asked her whether or not she used a trackpad, she said, oh yes, because when my mouse cursor is on my laptop I use the laptop trackpad, and when it's on the external monitor I use the external mouse. And I was like, what? What the hell was wrong with you? And this woman, I can't remember what she even did now. She was a lecturer in like geography or something weird, I can't remember. And I was just like, Jesus, I was just so astounded. I mean, people have done some really stupid things, but Christ almighty. But yeah, I thought it was quite an interesting story of the day. It wasn't actually overly exciting, which is a bit annoying. I'm also looking at myself in the camera. I've noticed it's actually not properly framed. I could do with squeezing it in a little bit, but I can't be bothered to change it now. Yes, the one thing I wanted to mention was the Apple event, which happened in October, last month. No, not last month. What's the date today? The date today is the 24th. Yeah, that happened, I don't know, was it last weekend, last Friday? I can't remember. I've still not actually watched it. I've just taken the notes from it and kind of gone from there. So if you missed it, I'm not going to go through the ins and outs of what was actually released, but I'm going to mention what was released. So if you missed it, there was a new Mac Mini, there was a 27-inch 5K iMac, the iPad Mini 3, the iPad Air 2, and they're also releasing the WatchKit SDK, which is going to come in November. So I wanted to do a bit of a rundown of it because there were some people that have kind of missed it, and also they wanted to probably get my opinions of it as well and kind of go from there. So they released another Mac Mini, nothing necessarily that special. It's slightly cheaper, the base model is slightly cheaper, kind of meh. 27-inch 5K iMac though does look amazingly good. However, I'm a little bit worried that their baseline model of the 5K iMac is going to be crap. So they did this when they released the Retina MacBook Pros. They released these great looking screens, but the graphics processing in it pretty much only just powered the screen, didn't do anything else. So you couldn't really video edit on a MacBook Pro because it was just pushing that 4K graphics, or that, is it 1440p, it was something ridiculous. It was something horrendously oversaturated. It was like 250, might be 2566 by something, I can't remember. It was stupidly high anyway, and it looked great. But the graphics were just pushing that. They were just pushing those 4K-ish kind of graphics. Well, it might have been 2K actually at the time. Graphics out onto that display, so you couldn't actually make use of the graphics that were on board. So basically, it was just kind of like an overpriced MacBook Air, really, because the graphics that were on board were powering the screen and not powering other things like graphical stuff. So video editing, you know, gaming, all other kind of stuff. And I think that's exactly what they're doing with the 27-inch 5K iMac. So unless you get like the decent high-end one, you're not going to be able to do anything with it apart from web browsing and maybe the odd photo editing, maybe a bit of video editing, but not too sure. But it does look bloody sweet. I think that if I had the money and I was looking for an iMac, which I'm not going for a minute, I would get one. I definitely would get one. Or at least I would get a... Actually, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably go for the Mac Pro, the top-of-line Mac Pro, which costs like £3 grand. and then link it up with some Alpha Cinema displays, actually, because I'd want 2 displays, I wouldn't want just one, and also be able to take it with me and render on the go and stuff like that. iPad Mini 2 and the Air 2 are pretty shit devices. The only thing that it brings with it is basically security, so you're getting the fingerprint reader there, Touch ID and all that other crap. But nothing really to write home about. It's not kind of anything I'd say, yeah, you should really look at going to upgrade. I mean, I've got the original iPad Mini, I think, or I've got the Mini 2. I think I've got the original Mini, but I'm not entirely sure. It might be the next one up with the Retina display, but I can't remember now. I bought it, I know it must be the most recent one, because I bought it, yeah, because I think I accidentally bought the older one, and I wanted the newer one, and yeah, because it's got the lightning connector and all that other crap on it. But yeah, I mean, they're slightly thinner, they're slightly, I don't know, the same spec as last year, or the last version. Is there any point getting it? Probably not. I'm not going to bother upgrading it. The thing is, I was really tempted to buy the iPad Air 2, because I had the original iPad, I sold that, got an iPad Mini because I missed my iPad, and then bought a MacBook Air because I wanted to learn Mac and because of video editing on the go. Now I've realised actually the MacBook is a bit shit for anything, it's just basically an overpriced Chromebook, and so because of that it's kind of really replacing what my iPad did. So I'm kind of thinking, well, there's not really much point me getting an iPad and then selling the MacBook Air, because obviously with the MacBook Air I get a proper keyboard and everything else that goes with it, and it's a proper operating system and I can do anything I want on it. Whereas if I get an iPad again, then I'm going to be back to square one. I'm not going to be able to be very productive on it, and I'm not going to be able to do some of the stuff that I need to do, like upload videos or take it on the road and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of the dilemma I'm in actually, and I have to say though I'm very, very tempted to pick up a Nexus 9 because that does look very good. Although I might even get the Z3 Compact or the full-size Z3 tablet, or is it Z3? Did they do a Z3 tablet full-size one? I think they did. Sony did a full-size Z3 tablet, so that'll be interesting. Now I'm not too sure when this video will go up. It might go up Monday, and if it does go up Monday, then you need to check out the OnePlus One pre-order, which I'll put in the link description below. Basically they're doing like a pre-order for an hour from 3 till 4 Greenwich Mean Time, that is, on the, I don't know wherever the date is on Monday, 27th I think it is, and they're going to be selling it at market value, so 269 quid, which is bloody great. So I'm going to pick up one of those because I need a new phone, because my current phone, which is over there, I can't be bothered to get it now, the seals are broken and the battery life's crap, and the operating system's just a bit, I don't know what Sony have done since KitKat has just effed it up, and the upgrades haven't been any good, so I'm kind of just going to bin it. So yeah, I'm going to do that, and I think that is pretty much it. There's no other news. I've not even checked if there's any other news because I have not had time this week. I've been so busy. This weekend I'm doing the beer festival, which is why I'm up in Falmouth, which is why I'm in some weird, dodgy, well, not quite 70s curtains, but IKEA-esque curtains. They're a bit, well, they're a little bit modern. They're not too old. But yeah, so I'm up here for the beer fest. I might try and show you some footage in a minute if I manage to grab any tomorrow. It's definitely worth coming down next year, though, if you think about it. And actually, if this becomes popular, I think I might have like a thing and a meeting and an event surrounding the beer fest down in Falmouth, because that'll be really good to get some of you guys down and chill out, grab a beer, and stuff like that. But if this takes off, it's slowly growing. It's slowly now about 1,400 subscribers, so it's slowly getting up, and we'll probably hit about 2,000 maybe by Christmas. I'm hopeful. Obviously, I really need your guys' help for that to happen. So share, like, subscribe, comment, do all the things you usually do. Tell your friends, tell people in school, tell people IRL as opposed to just online, and assume you think I deserve, obviously, the coverage. I'm not in it for the views, I'm not in it for the money, I'm not in it for the subscribers. However, I am kind of in it to, I mean, this has got to a stage now where I'm kind of, I wanted to become something, so I can go to events like CES, so I can go to events like EGX, and I've got a bit of a following behind me to say, look, this is who I am, and this is what I do, and therefore I can kind of get better content, and there's more opportunities for reviews and events and things like that. So yeah, unfortunately CES isn't happening because of the money situation and because I'm going to lose my job in December. I had a meeting with my line manager last week, I think, and yeah, that's still happening in December. I'm going to apply for a load of jobs. There's one up at the University of Reading, There's a couple of jobs in the University of Brunel University, and there's a few others around about the country. And obviously, if you know anybody that's looking for an IT tech and they're willing to pay me about 20-ish K a year, then hit me up. I'm not going to hold up much hope of that on here, but hey, it's worth a shot on it. Just trying to think. I think that's it. I think that's literally it. I'm talking in this weird voice because I don't really want to shout because I'm in like a shared accommodation situation, and also I'm quite tired, and it's only 10 o'clock actually, 10:07. But anyway, apart from that, I shall catch you in a later video. So I'm here at EGX with Mike Bithell, who is creator of Thomas Was Alone. We're just going to talk to him about how he got into the industry and how sort of you guys as sort of young, ambitious kinds of people want to get into the gaming industry. So sort of, can you give us a bit of background as to what you do now, and then kind of go from there?
Yeah, so I'm an independent game developer. I made Thomas Was Alone, which was a kind of pretentious platformer. I'm now making Volume, which is a stealth game. They come out on everything. You can Google them. They're doing okay.
So I'm here at EGX with Nick from Razer. What sort of stuff are you showcasing at Razer today?
Okay, so what we're doing here at EGX is we're showing off pretty much everything that Razer does. So we've got console stuff running, we've got a lot of PC peripherals running, which is obviously the core part of our business. We've got our amazing Razer bus here, which is running everything. And the idea basically is that we get everyone to come along, they can try out the Razer products. We've even got them retailing here. We're launching our fall and winter clothing range here as well. And we're just showing everybody what Razer is as a whole and how awesome we are.